Alright, well, we are live with this illustrious episode of Destiny 2.
Yes, such content you will see today.
The likes of which haven't been seen since people were streaming that black hole in Fortnite.
The likes of which haven't been seen since the launch of Shadowkeep.
Oh.
Harsh.
But am I wrong?
Hey, no, there was some of that in, it was the beginning of this season as well. People had problems getting in.
Yeah, but it wasn't everyone, I don't think. Was it?
Yeah, there was a queue. Well, sorry to everyone out there. Bro and I are eating dinner right now.
And I'm not sorry.
Normally we
It's
wouldn't.
been a day.
For real. For real, it's been a day.
What kind of day has it been, John?
Shit. It has been a shit day. So, you know, I wanted to play a little bit of Destiny today, and as you can see, it's working great. But on top of that,
Least of your problems.
yeah, literally the least of my problems. I had to look around for a new car today because my car is shot.
Metaphorically or figuratively? Because I know you were having problems, but also the neighborhood you live in.
Head gasket problem.
Ooh.
It's
Ouch.
It's dead. Like, it runs, but
Yeah.
it won't be for long.
Yeah.
So
I've seen head gaskets go before. You have my sympathy.
yeah, the head gasket gone, so my car's dead. Bro's car needed to be taken to the shop, and it had some problems that amount to like $750 to fix. So that's cool. And then today I was prepping for baking some bread and cooking dinner so that I wouldn't be eating on stream. And my oven decided to have an electrical failure, a mini electrical fire inside of it, and yeah, so I have a shot oven now. Isn't that great?
And then your dog stole your pickup and your wife left you for the mailman?
No, no. Wait, is that why you're always late?
Have you not told them about how unreliable our mail is here? I would never leave for that mail carrier.
For real.
Yeah, that's a bad day.
Our mailman just doesn't come a lot of the time.
See, so obviously
Another
I
reason
didn't
not to run
leave
off with him.
Hey, it's Smoke here.
Hey, Smoke here.
We're having fun playing Destiny. It's
We're having fun
yourself?
looking at the Destiny logo.
yeah. Yep, right there. So, anyways, the mailman just doesn't come some of the time. When they do come, they sometimes don't take the mail. You know, like outbound bills and stuff. And one time, I was expecting a package from, you know, USPS was delivering it, and it arrived on time, but it said it was delivered in or near mailbox. So I went out there, and no, it was not. So I thought maybe they just, sometimes they click the button early and they haven't even entered the neighborhood yet, or it's the beginning of the day or whatever. Maybe they're just a scumbag. So I waited 2 days. Nothing. So the third day, my neighbor comes to the front door, and they have my package. It was put in their mailbox, but mail gets misdelivered all the time. That's fine. But just to go into detail on how shitty our mailman is, they had outgoing mail. That the mailman came, took the package, and shoved their outgoing mail to the back, crumpling it up in the back of the mailbox, and left their flag up. It was up before, stayed up. They don't care.
Honestly, I just avoid USPS as much as possible these days.
Yeah, you don't always get a choice with Amazon Prime free delivery. It's just what they assign to you.
Yeah, well, as much as possible, not at all costs.
Yeah. If it can be no cost, then ding ding ding. So yeah,
The
no.
problem with that is, with USPS, you don't even get what you paid for. You always get less than what you paid for. And if you pay for nothing...
Yeah.
You paying your taxes.
That's true. But we can't get away with not paying this.
You pay with your stamps.
Also, when has that argument worked with any federal agency ever?
I don't know. But yeah, I didn't have a great day today. I'm also just back from vacation, so I think this is the first stream since vacay. Yeah. So I'm trying to get life back in order, figure out what I'm, doing with work and stuff and game dev, because a lot of that's been put off for the reimagining of the channel and the holidays and stuff. And so I decided I was going to switch gears, go back to the card game I've been working on, that I took a break from to work on the tabletop game, and realized I didn't remember how it works at all.
Oh, no.
So fortunately, it has a rule book, it has stuff, so I was able to read through it and figure it out. But during the course of that, my my art laptop that I use, it has this. It's an acquired laptop. We did not.
Technically legally.
Yes, it was legally acquired, but it's acquired. It has a dent in the front panel of it, that if you mess with it, it will press down on the hard drive and cause the computer to crash. So, it's very intermittent. It doesn't happen every time, so you get used to it, and then it goes through, spouts of it just happening a lot. So it happened twice to me today while I was trying to, relearn my game.
Okay. What followed you home from New Orleans? Because obviously something did.
Voodoo. The drugs
What
that we
were you
offered.
doing in their swamp?
Not drugs.
That's the problem. We got offered drugs twice and we turned them down. They're offended.
Yeah.
You offended the reefer gods.
Yeah, that's who it would be. All hallowed 420, may you blaze it forever.
They have decided that they will force you to need a chill pill.
Party favors, man.
I got the Jameson right here.
I'm gonna be drinking tonight. Oh, but I guess I'll post it in the Discord and on screen when this goes on YouTube. I got into painting. Where is it? There it is. Bloop. Painted
Did
this.
you accidentally drop your painter's palette and left a threatening message scrawled on the floor?
No. But yeah, I decided I'd start painting some things, and that was the first thing I painted, so it's fun.
Yeah.
It's on brand.
So I see you're not really going for, you know, impressionist or cubist or anything like that. You're more of a generalist.
Ha. I get it. It's because that's the name of that particular ghost shell. I figured if I was going to do a ghost shell, it would be the simple, boring one, and not like the kit bash shell or something impossible like that. But, you know, it could be fun. I just hope, like, no one comes to me and they're like, hey, I want you to make me a shell. Can you make me a kit bash shell with the Nebula Rose shader on it? Like, fuck you, no.
It depends on how much they offer.
There's a baseline sanity cost. Is it 10 o'clock yet? Do we get to play?
Unfortunately not.
Not yet.
Well, I guess we could talk about the news that came out. I'm gonna go on the record.
Is it that Telesto broke the game again?
No.
Because I'm pretty sure this is Telesto's doing.
Yeah, probably. There has been.
PvE, that's Wishender's game.
Nah, that got. Well, you're right. Wishender got fixed, and then it was broken more. So did you hear about Wishender? So like Wishender was broken before, and it was doing quadruple damage.
Yeah, and it was amazing for a few weeks.
Yeah, it was great. Gambit was so easy. Hush was a breeze to get. But then they fixed it. But now, under select circumstances, which is when you're like shooting through leaves and stuff, you get 16 times damage.
So as long as you can't see what you're shooting, you've killed it automatically.
Well, like if there's like a plant in the way, you can still get it. But like, yeah, intense damage.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's fun. No, there was some data mined news when the update came out today that you know, the update broke everything, but whatever. So, I'm gonna go on record as having said that I think this is stupid. I have fought against this idea because I think the idea in and of itself is ridiculous and a terrible way of implementing this. But I was wrong. It is actually the truth, but I'm still standing by my point of view that it is a terrible way of doing this. Next season, Trials of Osiris will be returning. I was good with Trials coming back. Trials of Osiris seemed stupid, but oh well. It is confirmed there is a triumph in the game now for donating a certain amount, I think, to the Pyramidian Foundation.
Empyrean Foundation.
Empyrean, thank you. That it tells you, thank you, you have saved the Empyrean Foundation or whatever, and Trials of Osiris will return in Season of the Worthy, which is next season. Well, supposedly.
You sound skeptical.
Okay,
Well,
so
it could be a season after.
Season of the Worthy. What could that be?
People were expecting next season to be Rasputin focused.
That would have been logical. That would be my guess.
I don't know how Worthy would fit into that. In the Vidoc half a year ago, they mentioned that season whatever. What is next season? Is that season 12?
That sounds right.
So next season would be when things really start to get hot. Is what they said in the Vidoc. I don't think that Trials constitutes things getting hot. I'm not even sure that Rasputin indicates things are getting hot.
I mean, it depends on what they're doing with Rasputin. Would you if I told you a year ago there was going to be another Mercury expansion with Osiris, would you have expected it to be good at all, just based on that?
No, I wouldn't. Part of that's though, I when Curse of Osiris came out, I wasn't playing the game. I joined the game in Warmind. Yeah, and Warmind, I didn't touch. Like when we started playing, it was like 2 months before Forsaken was gonna come out.
Yeah.
And we played through the Destiny 2 campaign, and I didn't even touch Curse of Osiris. Like, I had a blast with vanilla Destiny 2. Now, they had updated things and fixed things to make it not as shit as release, but I didn't touch the new content at all. And the only reason I played that content for, like, so I played vanilla for almost 2 months. The only reason I played Curse of Osiris and Warmind was because I wanted to be caught up before Forsaken came. And I had no problem with Curse of Osiris at the time, aside from Mercury being just a shit awful place where you couldn't have your Sparrow. That was my only real complaint with the thing, which Mercury stayed a shit awful place until this season where they fixed it so you can have Sparrows there. Now it's fine. I don't mind Mercury. I go there if I want to kill Cabal, which is weird because there's not a whole lot, but you can stand up by the lighthouse and just pick them off with the sniper rifles. It's fun.
Yeah.
I still want to use my Sparrow.
You can.
You can?
Yeah, Sparrows are allowed on Mercury this season.
Oh. Last time I tried it didn't let me.
Well, it was wrong.
Yeah. So I had no problem with Curse of Osiris until, it just became another word for Mercury. But would I have thought that another season of Curse of Osiris would be good? No, because I hate the character of Osiris. He is a stuck-up prick. No. Shax sounds like me. Fuck off. You wish. Yeah, there's a difference there. Osiris, I don't want you to fill me. Shax, on the other hand. Plug me up.
Something haggis.
I hope that'll be enough to get the YouTube censors off of his back. You know, we are not a kid-friendly channel.
Everyone knows haggis is not kid-friendly.
Definitely, that's what I was referring to.
Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, so, I don't know. I guess, maybe if, like, next season starts with a Skyshock alert or something, that would be cool.
Yeah, I could see that.
But, I really don't know. Season of the Worthy.
It's kind of 50-50 whether their season naming has anything to do with what's in the content. Like, Season of the Undying. If you didn't guess the Undying Mind, then there's absolutely no way you're ever going to tie that to the Vex.
Yeah, but the Undying
Season
Mind
of the Dawn
is a
brought...
thing.
So, say again?
Season of the Undying Mind is a thing. Like, it's a
No, I know, but
thing in the Vex, so...
It is, but if you missed that one link, then nothing else made sense.
Yeah.
Season of Dawn telegraphed Mercury pretty hard.
Yeah. Season of Worth could be just sort of like a revamped Season of the Drifter, just all Crucible focused. But that would be a terrible decision by Bungie. I mean, I like PvP, but I am in the minority. A lot of people hate PvP. So,
That's just because they're bad at it.
yeah, it is, but
I like
it's
it
still true.
some. It's not my favorite thing, but it's not something I dislike. The way I'm looking at it, Worthy could be three different things, assuming it is the next season. If it is the next season, it would make sense for it to be Mars, Rasputin, that kind of thing. Might be something with Sivu Arath.
Really? She's really not been telegraphed at all.
She hasn't been, but it would make sense as it makes a little bit of sense thinking about her thing. So if Savathun is, cleverness and deception and that kind of thing, and Oryx is how do I put this? I lost my train of thought on Oryx. Anyway, Sivu Arath is basically their war god, right? If I'm remembering right?
Correct.
So we know how Savathun works, or we think we have an idea of how Savathun works, which probably means we're wrong, but still we have to go with that.
Correct.
We have an idea of how Oryx works. He was more about brute strength and taking things like that. Sivu Arath, as a war aspect, war specifically. Now, this may be anthropomorphizing the Hive, which is a terrible mistake to make. But generally speaking, war has some connotation of honor to it.
Yeah. I don't think that fits in with Shiva Arath.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the weakest one, but it was the only thing I could think of to link worthy to Mars. The other two ideas were possibly Opulence sequel.
Fallen. It's gonna be the Fallen. Here's why.
That was my third thought.
They wish to be considered worthy by the Traveler. Yeah.
House of Light, yeah. That was my third thought. But that seems more like major that seems more like the fall content drop.
Really?
I don't know, a major story beat like that, maybe they do it in a season, but that feels like it should be big enough to be part of a bigger expansion.
It does seem more significant than the Vex offensive.
Not a huge bar.
More like the Vex slight insult? It wasn't really that offensive.
How do you think we're gonna get, like... I'm just thinking,
The Vex irritation.
The Vex offensive started, and we killed it by killing it in every timeline, and that changed the future for the Vex. And that's why we have the Season of the Dawn. The Cabal were able to use his stuff now. Because the Undying Mind wasn't there to stop them. So, where does that lead into the Hive or whatever? Because they're doing this to lead one into the other. It's like, how do you think it's going to go from the Sundial to the Hive? You have no idea, do you?
I'm thinking.
Which
My
means you
first
haven't.
thought is something to do with the Ascendant Plane.
I mean...
Korea?
I guess, but that, again, points more towards Savathun.
It does.
Both Kuria and Savathun really don't deserve a Season of the Undying. They deserve more of a Shadow Keep. They're a big enough deal that if we took out Savathun in a strike, people would be up in arms.
I mean, to be fair, Savathun already has a Shadow Keep.
I mean,
Savathun has Shadow Keep.
no, she doesn't. Shadowkeep belongs to the Lost Swarm, the Hidden Swarm, that one. They are not beholden to her. They are Oryx's breed or brood, and they're under different leadership. Like doing the Crimson Keep or whatever strike, they don't talk about Savathun at all. It's all a Oryx focused thing.
I'm trying to remember, what's the name of the Hashladoon?
Yeah. Hashladoon is a daughter of Crota.
Crota.
Yeah. Scarlet Keep, not the Crimson Keep. My bad.
Okay, so
Those dark reddish colors.
So how did the Hidden Swarm get their hands on Savathun's super weapon?
Savathun's super weapon?
Yeah.
Which is...
Death Song.
No! That's not Savathun's. Bless you. That has... Death Singers were more your Ute things. As far as I'm aware, Savathun isn't a Death Singer.
Okay, I'm getting a few different strikes mixed up. Give me a sec to do some research.
So, looking in the Destinypedia, which is a very, very well-maintained and quality resource, the only reference to Death Singer on the page Savathun the Witch Queen is in mentioning of Crota. So... I don't think Savathun would show up next season. Again, though, I've already been wrong about next season, so I think it's stupid though. They shouldn't have done that. They should have made a new Trials or something different. Trials of Saint 14.
But instead they're doing the exact same thing.
Yeah. Alright, well. What else? There's some other stuff that was discovered. Trying to find where it was. Oh yeah, Amanda's gonna have a purpose again.
She is?
Yeah.
She's holding my quests that I've decided to never do. She's holding it for me though.
Bungie has made a deal with Twitch. Twitch leaked it earlier today.
So
which they're
Oh yeah, the exotic stuff.
Yes. So there will be, you'll get 4 free Eververse items. Oh, I guess 3 and a free exotic every week for 6 weeks if you're a Twitch Prime member. They're all stuff that's already in the game though. Trying to find
Okay, I knew about each of these pieces individually, but seeing them all together, Savathun has her fingerprints all over Destiny 2.
Oh, correct, yeah. Yeah, she's really the big bad of Destiny 2.
Yeah. Which makes me wonder how she wouldn't have had anything to do with Shadowkeep.
Shadowkeep really only exists for reintroducing us to the Drifter. Or not the Drifter, the Darkness. I'm
Reintroducing us to the Drifter.
My head is stopped up. I have been sneezing all day and it's impacting my brain. So yeah, you get 4 items supposedly a week. So first 4 are gonna be, you get Cirrus Regime, you get a weapon ornament for it. The Skyline Flipside Shell, which is the Disco Ball Shell. And the Unsecured Outcry Shell. The really cool, yeah, Black Armory ship. And then throughout the rest of the 6 weeks, you get the Colonel emote. You pet the chicken. You get Prometheus limbs.
Nice.
You get the Fallen ship. You get the Prospector and the Burnout, which is the Ghost Rider Sparrow. So there's some good stuff in there. Only only 5 legendaries, which is nice.
Okay, so we can more or less confirm that Savathun has taken over taking.
Yeah.
Both the existing taken and the ability to take.
Yeah. Because in vanilla, there was the adventure on Io, I think. Maybe it was an actual story mission. The one when you first show up, where you go down in the mines and you push back the Taken, dunk the 3 orbs like you do in every other part of Destiny. And they mention something's been controlling the Taken to know it, and I think the Taken boss that shows up from the portal is a Blah of Savathun. Blah being whatever the useless, not important name of the character was.
Okay, yes, Savathun was behind Shadowkeep. Savathun is the one who gave the Hidden Swarm both the essence of Zulmak, and she's the one who reformed the choir.
Okay. She's not behind the Death Singers though. That was before her. Iriut.
Yes,
was daughter of Crota, I think.
that's right. Iriut was daughter of Crota, but Savathun is the one who reformed the choir and basically gave Ir Iram to the Hidden Swarm.
Okay.
So when do we get to fight her?
And then as for her connection to Mars, we know that summoning Zol was trying to get Savathun to feed on Zol.
My guess would be we fight her in fall of 2020.
I don't think we're gonna fight her until the very end of Destiny 2.
Well, okay.
And then Destiny 3, I'm guessing, will be on to Sivo Arath.
I would be willing to bet that Savathun is a raid. I would be willing to put down a lot of money that Savathun is a raid.
No bet there.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Tim, please don't take him on that.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I've been wrong.
I think he's right, but on the chance he's wrong, we can't afford that.
So it's gonna be a raid, and you need multiple raid bosses, and we don't know anything about Savathun except her 2 connections. 3, one's to Oryx, who's dead, so screw him. So the other 2
But
are...
is he really?
Yes. We went into his soul world, destroyed his soul in his soul world, and then threw his body out of his spaceship into space, where he crystallized and then fell towards Saturn.
On one timeline.
Yes, but we've pretty much locked that away from the...
I inhaled a breath to say that, and then you just kept going. It was kind of a relief to say it.
I'm glad.
I had it planned. I had it ready.
But he's dead.
On this timeline.
He's dead.
On this timeline.
Do we even know what this timeline is anymore?
No. It's the worst timeline. It's the timeline where Destiny doesn't work.
We got Saint 14 back, but now
it's-
the game doesn't work.
This is the timeline where we save Saint 14, but both of our cars break and my oven explodes. So it's the worst timeline. So we only know 2 other people that work with Savathun. One is Kuria, which is going to be like they have to be a raid boss or a raid segment boss. They're just so indelibly linked, it would be stupid to separate them. And the second one would be Shivu Arath, which I could see being forced to work with Savathun. So I'd be willing to bet they both get fought. They all get fought at the same time. Oh, and I looked up that story mission. It's Sacrilege in the Red War. And the Taken Centurion that pops out of the portal is Irask, Herald of Savathun. So,
Yep.
yeah, since the initial story of Destiny 2, yeah, she's the new Taker. Either her or by proxy through Kuria. Be real nice if we could play the game. But 13 more minutes. Well, what do you want to talk about now? I'm frustrated. I really wanted to play Destiny earlier, and it's been down for 9 hours. And that's 9 hours too many.